41 is the natural number following 40 and preceding 42. In mathematics, 41 is the 13th smallest prime number. The next is 43, with which it comprises a twin prime. It is also the sum of the first 6 prime numbers, and the sum of 3 primes. 41 is also the 12th supersingular prime, a Sophie-Germain prime and a Newman-Shanks-Williams prime. 41 is the smallest Sophie-Germain prime to start a Cunningham chain of the first kind of 3 terms, 41, 83, 167. It is an Eisenstein prime, with no imaginary part and real part of the form 3n-1. 41 is a Proth prime as it is 5 times 23 plus 1. 41 is the largest lucky number of Euler. It figures in the polynomial f equals n2 plus n plus 41, which yields primes for minus 40 n 40. 41 is the sum of 2 squares 42 plus 52. Adding up the sums of divisors for 1 through 7 yields 41. 41 is the smallest integer whose reciprocal has a 5-digit repetend. That is a consequence of the fact that 41 is a factor of 99,999. It is a centered square number. In science, the atomic number of niobium. In astronomy, Messier object M41, a magnitude 5.0 open cluster in the constellation Canis Major. The New General Catalogue object NGC 41, a spiral galaxy in the constellation Pegasus. In music, Symphony No. 41, the last symphony of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Number 41, a song by Dave Matthews Band. The band Sum 41. American Skin is a song by Bruce Springsteen about an immigrant murder victim who was shot at 41 times by the NYPD. In film, the name of an independent documentary about Nicholas O'Neill, the youngest victim of the station nightclub fire. 2012 documentary on the life of the 41st President of the United States, George H. W. Bush. Charlton Heston's designation as a Roman warship slave in the film Ben-Hur, the code number given to Tetsuo Shima by scientists in the manga and 1988 film Akira. Jonathan Pryce's destination level for his apartment in Terry Gilliam's Brazil. Billy Cole's jersey number in the Tony Scott film The Last Boy Scout. In the feature film The Matrix, Morpheus is aggressively questioned in the 41st floor of the government building, in reference to the murder of Amadou Diallo. The victim number that appears on Dr. Lucy Linsky's forehead in the Peter Jackson film The Frighteners. The precinct number that appears on the NYC police car in the film Ghostbusters during the earthquake moment of the film's climax. The district number where the zombie virus reappears in the film Doomsday. The distance in kilometers when Ripcord and Duke from the 2009 film G.I. Joe. The Rise of Cobra realize that their escort mission is in jeopardy. The restricted penthouse level of Lady Tanaka's Yakuza hideout in The Punisher. In the 1959 Alfred Hitchcock film North by Northwest, Cary Grant is attacked by a crop-dusting airplane at Prairie Corners on Highway 41. The age at which writer-director Tom Grafe committed suicide. The truck driver number, in The Knight Rider pilot, who agrees to a $25,000 cash reward for smashing head-on into Michael Knight and Kit during the finale. In The Expendables, the number of soldiers actor Eric Roberts laments to his subordinates about having been killed by star Sylvester Stallone in his escape from their island. The reported number of survivors aboard the US Neptune, in the 1978 disaster film Grey Lady down, upon its initial depth position of 1,450 feet. In sports, the retired number of the back of the uniform worn by Hall of Famers Tom Seaver of the New York Mets and by Eddie Matthews of the Atlanta Braves. Worn by and retired for Brian Piccolo, running back for the Chicago Bears. died June 16, 1970 of embryonal cell carcinoma. The race number worn by Sir Roger Bannister when he broke the mythical 4-minute mile barrier in 1954. The number 41 has been a car number driven by various drivers in NASCAR over the years and is currently driven by the 2004 Sprint Cup Series champion, Kurt Busch. In other fields, the model number of the HP41C, CV, CX, the International Direct Dialing Code for Switzerland, C41 process is the film developing process for 35mm color negative film. Bush 41, George H. W. Bush, the 41st President of the United States. Montana is the 41st state of the United States. In the 1994 arcade game Daytona USA, the player racing team, Team Hornet, has a race number of 41. It is also continued in the 1998 arcade game Daytona USA 2, where it is applied to 3 more player cars. The number 41 does not appear on the player cars on linked cabinets for both games. The Hornet, driven by Ages in Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, also used the number 41. In Mexico, 41 is slang referring to a homosexual. This is due to the 1901 arrest of 41 homosexuals at a hotel in Mexico City during the government of Porfirio Diaz. C. Dance of the 41. Municipal Okrug number 41. Name of Konstantinovskoye Municipal Okrug of Krasnoselsky District of St. Petersburg, Russia, before 2008. The number of the French department Loire-et-Cher. The number of members in the U.S. Senate needed to defeat a cloture vote and sustain a filibuster indefinitely. Number of ballistic missile submarines of the George Washington class and its successors, collectively known as the 41 for freedom. Some 10mm caliber firearm cartridges are denoted as 41, the decimal inch equivalent.